Hi guys, I apologize for not being able to be with you for the first couple days, but I wanted to create the short video just to share some important information about the class with you. I'm very happy you're in my class today. My name is Andy Rosen. On the screen here is the address for my personal website, rosenmath.com, and I highly encourage you to bookmark that. I wanted to share with you some of the things that are on there, and then also just as part of that talk about the class. So here's what my website looks like. Let me start by saying that I'm actually a full-time high school math teacher. I teach at Carlsbad High School. So a lot of the stuff on here won't be relevant to you guys. For example, this phone number over here is my phone number in the classroom. I'm not there during the summer, so that's really not really relevant. Certainly the email address, though, is definitely relevant. Also, all the classes I teach at Carlsbad. What you want to look down here is Muir Coast College. Please notice that it has spaces here. They're not links yet, but they will be for the grades, because I will be posting the grades online, and they'll be posted right here so that these will become links and you'll be able to view your grades from there. But anyway, let me go and click on Math 155 and point out the different parts of this website. Again, this is definitely going to be someplace where you're going to be going frequently for a number of different reasons. First of all, this first day here, the syllabus, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Intro video, this is a link to the video you're watching right now. This is our schedule for the entire summer. And this schedule shows what we're doing each day. If there's a quiz, it says that right there. If there's a test, it'll say it there as well. And then each of these links is the lesson for that day. So all of my lessons are on PowerPoint. And after I've finished, and I'll be writing on the PowerPoint, interacting with the PowerPoint. So first of all, before class, you can just click on the link and you can download the handout for that lesson. So you don't need to take all the notes as much. You can download this, and that way you're just writing down the answers and you don't have to spend time copying down information and so on. So this is definitely very useful to do ahead of time. So I encourage you to do that. But the other thing is, when I teach my lessons, I will then interact with the PowerPoint. I'll write on the PowerPoint and so on. And then I will replace that file with a new file that has all the writing on there. So if you're absent, you can, or if you miss class for whatever reason, you can just come back to the website, click on the link for that day, and it won't be the handout anymore. Now it's going to be the complete lesson with all the writing and everything. So that's useful if you're absent. If I went too fast and you missed something, if you wrote something down but you're not sure if it's correct, come back here. You can see exactly what you missed. Now, the other thing I want to point out is, in this class, there's actually going to be two textbooks that you can choose from. You pick one or the other, whichever one you'd like. I know a lot of people are going to be using the Larson textbook, and we'll talk about versions and so on in just a minute. So if you're working out of the Larson textbook, here are the page and problem numbers for that homework assignment. Again, my intent is only to do the odd problems. If you do not already own the Larson textbook, you don't need to buy a new book for this class. I'm going to be working out of the Stewart textbook, but it is an older edition, and it is not one that the bookstore necessarily has. So rather than having you buy a book, I've put PDFs of scans of the textbook right here for you. Each of these links will take you to that scan. Now, these are password protected. I'm not going to say the password right now because this is a publicly viewable video, but the substitute has the password. They will share that with you so that you are then able to access it. But so when you type in the password, it has the entire section, not just the homework problems. And then here's the homework problems. And then if you go down to the bottom, I think. Nope, never mind. So these are all the homework problems. So every single section we're covering is in here. Also, in the past, people have asked me to put the end of chapter review on there, just so that as they're preparing for tests, they found that would be useful. So I added that as a link as well. And then at the very bottom, here's a link with the back of the book answers just for these sections. Again, all of them are password protected, so you'll need the password. Again, if you've got the Larson book, you don't need to buy a new one. You've already got it. If you don't have the Larson book, then you can use these links for your textbook. Let's walk through the syllabus. So here's, again, the two textbooks. This is what the covers look like. So Larson, again, it's the Stewart, I'm using an old edition. It's the 5th edition. So there's that. And then Larson is the 10th edition that I'm working with, if you already have that from a previous class. Here's my email address. You can email me there. And in fact, if you want to email me even these first couple days, I will have access to email. So feel free to if you have any questions. Otherwise, we can certainly answer any questions you have when I return on Wednesday. Let's run through the syllabus here real quick. All class materials and exams must be done in pencil. Work done in ink will not be given credit, so make sure you use pencil. A graphing calculator is required for some homework assignments, but tests will be completely non-calculator. Okay, so just nothing requiring calculator will be on any tests, and that should also say quizzes. The same is true for quizzes. Class website, because all lessons are done on PowerPoint, they will be posted on my website. This is especially useful in the case of an absence or if you wish to review the lesson. If you don't have PowerPoint on your computer, the site also has a link for a free PowerPoint viewer. Homework. On the class website, a list of homework assignments for the course has been provided. These assignments will not be collected or scored, though it is a good idea to do and understand the homework. So make sure you're doing the homework, but it's not something I'm going to be checking. But you want to do it because quiz and exam questions are based on those homework questions. So you want to make sure you're doing those. Quizzes, there are 12 quizzes throughout the course as listed on the website. Each quiz is 5 points. So now, I don't do makeup quizzes. If you have to be absent for a class, I'm not going to give you a makeup quiz. However, I do drop your 2 lowest quiz scores. So if you have to be absent for whatever reason, I would just end up dropping that score. I would put a 0, and then that 0 would be dropped. At the end of the term, points for the quizzes will be added up and given a % score, and that score will have a value of a 100-point exam. So your overall quiz average will count the same as one test. Exams, there are 3 chapter exams throughout the course. Each of these exams will be worth 100 points. If you're absent for an exam, you will be expected to take the exam during the next class that you attend. So if you're ever absent for a test, make sure that you are ready the day you get back because you're going to be taking the test that day. And then the final exam is worth 200 points, so twice as much as a test, and it'll be given on Thursday, July 25th. Here's my grading scale. Some miscellaneous information. Participation and attendance are not part of your grade. I'm not going to grade you on participation, but I strongly encourage you to participate because the more you participate, the better you're going to understand things, and also just the more interesting your experience will be in this class. If you feel like you're falling behind in a class, please don't hesitate to approach me with questions. I'm available. I'll be there before class as much as possible. I do teach a class before this one, but I'll get there as quickly as I can. So I should be there early enough to answer questions. And then certainly after class, if you have questions, I'll stick around. And then inappropriate behavior such as cheating or excessive disruptiveness may result at the discretion of the instructor in a student being dropped and or a grade of F being recorded. That has never been an issue. It's never had to come up, but I got to put that in the syllabus just in case. The second part of the syllabus has some useful things that you've learned in previous classes. Here's a list of a bunch of derivative rules that you may find useful from Calc 1. And then here's a list of trig identities that will definitely become necessary throughout this course. So you want to make sure you know these. When you took trigonometry, there was a whole other long list of trig identities. These are the only ones that I'm going to expect you to know for my class. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know. But if not, or please email me or call me, whatever you need. Otherwise, thank you very much, guys, and I look forward to meeting all of you on Wednesday.